Namaste Galactic family, welcome back to my channel Indigo Angel. Come on into this dimension, guys. Hit that notifications bell. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, share, like this video so that way others can find out about my work today, because I do have a very special energy update for you guys. I am currently sitting at the Georgia Guidestones out off to the sides of the actual stones themselves. You can see them back in the back of me here. And the sun's kind of gleaming off to the side here. So I do have my sunglasses on. It's a little bit chilly as well. So I have a big coat. But essentially today I'm going to be doing and clearing some alien implant technology from this particular site, doing what is called grid extraction. The Georgia Guidestones are heavily connected and tied into the overlays of the aquilin control matrix system. I have done a very extensive video on the aquilin control matrix system in the past. So if you want to know what that is, they're basically overlays in the Earth's planetary field that implement control structures according to governmental factions, according to celestial and alien and galactic races, according to politics, militarization, everything that's basically working with those secret networks and those radial control networks to implement the control matrices of these particular overlay identities that are working similarly to as like a collective mind that's controlling particular facets in the Earth's field. And so the aquilin control matrix heavily ties into the father principle, but it also ties into the fallen dragon systems, the Metatronic systems, and also the beast mechanics and beast machines and artificial intelligence and things like this. So I came here at the Georgia Guidestones today to do this alien implant technology extraction and removal here with you guys today. So I will be removing alien harmful portals, alien mind control, master slave implants, war and killing, spiritual betrayal, alien imposed genocide, ethnic cleansing, slave trades, nursery trafficking, and basically cannibalism as well, because that's at the core of the old dark ones, and ultimately, you know, facets of the Draco and all of the hybridization traumas and alien traumas that have been taking place on this earth since over 500,000 years ago, tied to genocide, all of this. The Georgia Guidestones basically represents this. Also going to be extracting the ritual sacrifice that has been done here, right on top of that upper capstone, the top capstone up there. There's actually has been ritual sacrifice that has been performed at the top of that capstone, where they have actually found blood stains on the top of that capstone. That's where the crime families essentially have initiated and ritualized and opened up the portals at these stones. So this particular site, it's considered a sacred site, but this is a vortex into the fallen systems. This is a vortex into the fallen reversal portals, the Metatronic portals, the 55 reversal portals. And so that's what's really activated and opened at this time, given the current events in the state of the world. I know that I did just recently put out my update talking about the new swan templates, the light matrices of the 144, but essentially the light and dark matrices are running parallel and simultaneous to each other. And as more light penetrates the Earth's fields and the Earth's grids, the more that dark energy starts to kind of kick and scream on its way out. And that's why we're seeing so much that's going on at this time. But essentially here, I will also be focusing on clearing up all of the big controlling five as well. So cryptocurrency mining, money laundering, bioweapons, and human and nursery trafficking. So stay tuned in this update today, because I will be basically just doing a declaration statement, an invocational type extraction for you guys and with you guys, because I think it's so important that we all do this together at this time. And because so much is really going on at these stones. These stones are really, it's a portal into so much that I'm going to dive into this update with you guys today. It holds all these energetic imprint portals into the cosmic earthly fields of intelligence as a controlled template to the unconscious. Like I said, guiding the genocide, guiding the sterilization, guiding the forced breeding, guiding the creation fracking that is taking on. So essentially, the Georgia Guidestones are an interlinking stone circle vortex similar to a Stonehenge here in the United States. It's actually considered the American Stonehenge, which personally, I think it is some BS to give this site this kind of credibility. I would not myself call it a Stonehenge, because what's happened here is the stoning concept itself has technically been hijacked. Okay, so the sacred knowledge of circle stone legacies, according to our ancestors, has been incepted by the elites of the Aquilin matrices, of the Aquilin Anunnaki Syrian B matrices. These stones themselves represent an alien implant. That's why alien implant extraction is so important here. So grid keepers, gatekeepers, if you are doing this type of work remotely, all of my Patreon group who are a part of my group grid session that we're going to be doing on March 18th, we will be focusing on deep alien extraction, particularly at this site, because this site is essentially, it's a sitting official grid marker of an alien device. Okay, this opens a control matrix being implanted into the future, and it's reestablishing the Zeus Thunderbolt Father principle. And it's also offering another great threat against the Divine Mother as well. The Georgia Guidestones are interconnected to other sites energetically, globally, all over the world. It's a time portal where particular timelines and locations merge in the astral, the causal, the etheric, and the ketheric fields. Okay, and you can feel that here. You can feel that open portal here, as the top capstone actually aligns to the celestial North Pole. There's a lot of astrological alignments here at this location as well that's anchoring in the fallen portals, the Metatronic portals, through using the hijacked inner earth rod and staff and the celestial pole to anchor and pull. It's like a place where there's an intersection or a convergence of these realms from the organic systems into the artificial, okay, and into the fallen. Intuitively, what I'm seeing here it's basically pulling from the lower 1D and 2D fields in the Earth's planes and the inner Earth churning points of transduction from the hijacked rod and staff, like I just said. And these implants here in this space connect to sites in the Earth's astral field that have tears and rips in the space-time continuum that seem to connect to the quantum space dust souls, death screen trapped souls in the Bardo planes, and souls that have been blown away by major trauma and trigger events in the Earth's memory fields. Okay, so I'm seeing these open portals here from this site that are going into locations such as the World War II grids. Okay, so Germany and Poland. Okay, I did do a video on the World War II grids about 2 months ago. So I will leave that in the links in the description below. So you can go check out that video where I covered extensively the World War II grids. Okay, this is an open portal here to the Georgia Guidestones. In this space-time continuum where this portal in the astral fields is open, what I'm also seeing through this portal specifically are the persecution codes. So they're the etheric yellow badges in the astral that's tagging and marking particular souls for attack in the astral. Okay, tagging and marking them basically according to genetic design in the astral. and they're working as locator tags. So right now I'm going to also get in this update how the astral field at this time is highly polluted. Okay, it's probably where people are getting attacked the most. It's particularly in the dream space. Waking up very tired, waking up feeling like you've been fighting, waking up feeling sick, waking up feeling like you're not getting enough rest, waking up feeling like you have to protect your room, your space from these black magic portals and these black magic vortexes, needing to rearrange the bedroom, all of these things, right? This is essentially also you're being attacked through the cell towers and 5G radiation through the Soul River lines into your bedrooms as well. So all of these attacks are coming through the astral, particularly when you're entering it in the sleep space, in the sleep time. Okay, these portals are all interconnected. This location here at the Georgia Guidestones is also interconnecting to the World War Z grids and the operations in Russia and Ukraine grid as well. It's also interconnecting to the 9/11 gate sites. It's also interconnecting to all nuclear disaster sites. This is huge right now. Some of you may have felt this. Nuclear radiation sites at this time are highly being emphasized, highly being activated. It has everything to do with the World War Z grids, with the operations in Russia and Ukraine. Essentially, these sites are being targeted to be used for weaponization. Okay, not only places, nuclear waste sites such as Chernobyl and Fukushima, okay, but also actual nuclear sites. Okay, there's a huge emphasis on this with the World War Z grids because these sites are extra heightened with radioactive nuclear waste that's being fed into the grids at this time. And there's a lot happening in the astral planes, like I said, with the attacks, with the Bardo soul, with the souls in the Bardo being trapped in these time-space continuums, these rips and tears through the nuclear sites. Okay, these portals are basically portals into even worse than the Metatronic realms, the lower warfare, low D astral fields. Essentially, like I said, grid and gatekeepers, we need to be working on these sites most heavily at this time to alleviate these detrimental frequencies to mankind and to the World War Z outcome at this time. We really need to focus on these nuclear waste sites. There's also portal structures here from the Georgia Guidestones to the Freemason and the Masonic templating in Washington, D.C., all the way to Canberra, Australia, all the way to the Khazarian Mafian sites in Khazaria in Georgia of Russia, to what is now Ukraine. Okay, so all open portals from this particular site. Also to particular secret societies that are affiliated to the establishment of the Georgia Guidestones, particularly the Knights of Pythias here in Georgia. Okay, because they have a lot to do with the installation of these stones. Georgia, Russia as well. All of these are running interlinking hyperdimensional portal activations to the descension cycles on the Earth's grids, in the Earth's planetary low D tumultuous timelines from the Georgia Guidestones, activating those rips and tears in the space-time continuum where trapped souls are basically getting stuck in these time continuums. As you enter the astral and if you slip into these portals and dimensions, you are basically going into that low D tumultuous warfare. So this site here particularly is highly on a quantum level, on a level of the astral, the etheric, the ketheric, the causal levels. It's highly radioactive at this time. The ley lines that are running here that run through the celestial pole, through the hijacked rod and staff, they are carrying these radioactive rings, radioactive decay. I'm seeing radioactive decay all through the organic crystal lines, okay, in the Earth's fields. This is what's anchoring down this low D tumultuous field for us to be experiencing this at this time. That's why heightened attacks are increased right now. Destruction codes are increased right now. 666 codes are increased right now. Tower of Babel codes are increased right now. Babylonian banking systems going down is increased right now. Everything is on heightened alert. Heightened alert. Targeted individuals are on heightened alert at this time. It's because of the radioactive rings, decay, and electromagnetic radioactive smog that's running through the grids. So it's really important to be using extra EMF protection at this time if you can. I actually forgot mine today coming here. I was really bummed about it, but it was a 4-hour drive getting here, and there was so much for me to think about trying to pack everything up, and that I did actually forget a couple things coming here, particularly my sage, which I'm super bummed about because I was going to sage, but it's okay. I'm going to go through the extraction with you guys, and that should be good enough because I'm going to command and release. You may have noticed, because of all of this, you may have noticed that radiation flu, okay, even Ascension flu, they seem one and the same. It's really amped up at this time. Waking up nauseous, waking up achy, waking up feeling sick, waking up with new sicknesses, head colds, viruses, bacterias, okay? All of this amps up when we have all of this extra radioactive smog, radioactive decay in the crystal grid lines, in the organic matrices. Like I said, grid and gatekeepers, we need to be focusing on this. Unexplained heightened ascension symptoms, headaches, increased headaches at this time, dehydration, Havana syndrome symptoms as well, heightened at this time. They are simultaneously, along with the warfare that's going on, the World War Z, the World War II, the nuclear radiation sites, all of this simultaneously, they are turning up the pressure cooker on the 5G while they basically distract you with plague and war and famine. Okay, so you will notice that there's been a lot of emphasis. That's because they are siphoning off of these sites and they're using the detrimental frequencies for power gain and leverage. They're also, like I said, weaponizing those nuclear radiations towards to assist with the Aquilin control matrix takeover, also the Orion control matrix agenda as well. There's a huge Orion agenda involved in this as well. Using those detrimental frequencies here, okay, they're funneling this into the rest of the existence of mankind, carrying those genocidal future slashes in the monadic collective shared 10th dimensional field. So there is a lot that goes beyond what meets the unconscious eye here. All of this is taking place in the unseen. And I know this sounds intense, guys. I know this sounds dark. This sounds like, you know, there's no light here. There's no room for light. But I'm telling you, this is what happens when the light starts to blast the grids, blast the fields, okay? The dark actually amps up because it's kicking and screaming on its way out. And that's what we're seeing play out right now, okay? You have to understand that these types of darknesses, the dark ones, the sicknesses, they have not been removed from the consciousness of the grid. They're being anchored. Those nuclear waste radiation sites are anchoring and holding the fabrics to those lower D astral portal warfare. Space-time continuum rips into the Earth's field. They're trauma sites. They're trigger core event sites. Okay, these nuclear devastation sites keep these patterns holding miasmas, miasma memory fields in the Earth's grids locked in place. Okay, so we need nuclear cleanup ASAP, basically, okay, to clear up our astral field because we're getting inundated so hardcore when we're entering the astral space that we're actually not getting rest when we're sleeping and we're waking up sick. So it's really important right now, grid and gatekeepers, that we are protecting our light body field. Okay, there's actually a symbol code that you can run. I believe it's the epsilon symbol. I could be wrong. I believe it's the epsilon. It's the one that has the line in the center and then it's like a circular circle around it. You can run this symbol code down your vertical ascension column and this will clear out nuclear radiation, EMF. Basically, it clears chemicals, it clears nanotechnology, nanoparticles, nano shedding, and you just want to run this down the field through the frequency of gold. Okay, so we need to be running these clearings, these heightened clearings with the epsilon symbol We also need to be strengthening our astral field with the flames of blue, emerald, and silver. Okay, those are the strongest color frequencies to protect the lining and the encasing to your astral body. We need to be working on this daily. We need to be amping this up daily, because what is being inundated in the field is intense. Okay, so protecting the astral field and going through particular plasma protection as well. So working with the core energies of your solar plexus to enhance your plasma frequency, upping the plasma in the body, and also doing miasma clearings, because the nuclear radiation, the nanoparticles, the nanotechnology, the all of the dark electromagnetic smog, and all of the trigger and trauma events cellularly held in the memory is backed up in the miasma, and the miasma is in between the organs, it's in between the organic structures of your body. So we need to be clearing that internally by doing some sort of magnetic therapies or toning internally and emitting that from the core out of the body. Okay, so there's a lot that we can be doing to really help ourselves, along with drinking a lot of water, which is really important, because that's what happens when we are going through astral warfare, nuclear astral warfare, rips in the space-time continuums in the astral, warfare in the astral. Okay, we need to be drinking a lot of water, because we get really, really dehydrated. Essentially, the body's reacting to this in a multitude of ways. Dehydration is one, and it's depleting all of the trace minerals in the body. So we need to be rebringing in trace minerals, because it's depleting this essentially. Okay, so I want to talk with you guys a little bit about the Russian double-headed eagle nation. So they are running the codes to the height of the aquilin control matrix. So what these stones are, they're 4 giant stones. They're 16-foot tall slabs that weigh over 20 tons, each topped with a 25,000-pound capstone at the top for ritual sacrifice offerings to the Babylon gods, to Baal, essentially. They're inscribed with messages in 8 different languages: English, Spanish, Swahili, Russian, Sanskrit, Hebrew, Arabic, Chinese. They are inscribed with the messages that have the instruction set for how humanity must reset given a post-apocalyptic world, the world post the deluge, devastating nuclear warfare, or come Earth cataclysm trigger events, or even post 10,000 years of amnesia, suffering, death, harvesting, rebirth cycles. Okay, this is another reason why this site holds these open portals to these locations gridwise. It's because the stones hold the energetic imprint to destruction codes, Metatronic portals, which, by the way, like I said, all 55 of those portals are opened at this time, rips in the time-space continuum in the astral. What's listed on the stones are concepts required to rebuild a devastated civilization according to the agendas of transhumanism, according to the agendas of the 13 bloodline families, crime families, it's the KMJ families, okay, the Khazarian, Masons, the Jesuits, families, mystery schools, secret societies, underground criminal enterprises, fellers of the rock. These rocks kind of represent the clash of the Titans' bloodline crest, and what's listed here in these stones are technically the 10 commandments of the Antichrist life post revelations in the Bible. So there's a deep satanic origin, and they come from a Luciferian secret society of the New World Death Order, the Knights of Pythias of Georgia. And essentially, the new interpretation of these stones are that the 500 million that they seek to keep in balance with nature, their depopulation and genocide statement, the first instruction at the top of the stones, this really means that they will only have 500 million natural humans left. Okay, all the rest will be completely new transhuman vessels linked to the AI hive mind through the fallen dragon grid, implemented by the Aquilin stronghold, the Orion stronghold, and holding down the Zeus father principal forces. Okay, so that's what that's all about, essentially. And this ultimately came from King George, okay, who started out as a Khazarian. And they signed the colony treaty for Georgia in 1732, which takes us to Georgia of Russia, King George being the basis energy behind the names and the energy here. So the Georgia Guidestones come from, energetically speaking, from Georgia of Russia. And the Theosophical Society here from a woman named Madame Blavatsky. Okay. So the Georgia Guidestones go all the way back to Madame Blavatsky. As she did have adopted children. She was from Dnipro, Ukraine, originally Khazaria, originally Russia, and Georgia of Russia. And Ted Turner, who is the one who put up the funding for the Georgia Guidestones, says that he did it for his grandmother, who was from Georgia of Russia, the great Madame Blavatsky. So there's a lot of theosophical connections, secret society connections. And so I'm here at the Georgia Guidestones because I'm here to do this clearing for you guys today. I do feel that these are connected to all of the evil that has been taking over nations from the beginning. And it's an implant that keeps all implants secured in the grids and draws energy off of the 70-degree vertical ley line, off the J seals. Okay, it's amplifying those portal systems to the hijacked dove grid. Okay, preventing that release of the dove grid, bringing forth the guardianships of the earth, bringing forth the parental roles of the earth, bringing forth the 144,000. Okay, this is functioning off those Metatronic portals that are reopened right now. All 55 portals are open. So we want to shut down and close those portals here today. As like I said, guys, it's highly polluting the Earth's astral field. And this is a portal that fully opens in March every single year. Okay, every single year, these portals have to get shut down, particularly between March 13th and the 15th. I'm here today on the 13th, here to shut it down, where they're running the templating. So Georgia Guidestones directly connected to all of the current events that open those Metatronic portals, everything to do with the double-headed eagle and the Ukraine operation at this time. It links into the current events. What we see going on globally with World War Z has everything to do with the aquilin control matrix, the overlays in the grids, the spiritual masculine control components that uphold the entire collective according to those bloodline agendas. These were established through these alien implants, seals, machines, tags, alien hybridization, forced breeding, slavery, and eugenics. And essentially, Russia is the head of the double-headed eagle grid. Okay, the double-headed egalian aquilin nation. If you look at Russia, their national animal is the double-headed eagle. This is the only nation in the world that is the double-headed eagle over nations that are represented by the eagle, but none have the double-headed eagle like Russia does. That represents the head and the height of the dominant masculine principle on the earth and the highest intelligence of the highest solar deities and solar geometries using the intelligence of the sun in its most masculine form. We are seeing this play out on a ritual level of astral radial nuclear battle that is the reestablishment of the father principle globally. On a spiritual level, that's what's trying to reincept itself, is the father principle. Okay, Christendom seeks to take back what's been lost from the global Templars, okay, and through the loss of morality, creation, fracking, all of this, right? This comes as the clash of the titans comes into the Earth's fields of manifestation through harvesting and AI takeover and the violation of creation and universal principles. That's why we're seeing this come up, okay? And the Aquila Eagle forces will go head to head with other Aquilin Eagle forces. They do not back down. Russia is an Aquilin force. The United States is an Aquilin force. Poland is an Aquilin force. And right now, all planetary forces are aligned to Aquila and will be through the spring equinox through March 20th. Okay, all of them. Venus is right in alignment to Aquila right now. And Aquila will fuel the clash of the titans. Okay, that goes into AI, the clash of Zeus and Poseidon. The great clash of Enki and Enlil, the sons of Belial, the Jehovah, Armageddon, Marduk, Eye of Yahweh, Metatron, Nephilim, Necromaton, Orion Wars, and moon lineages. This comes at a time where the control systems are losing their grip. And this is what we are seeing is this re-implement to try and establish control back in the matrix, okay? Because we are all on high alert at this time because of what is going on in the astral field. Everything's playing out in the astral first. The astral is a very polluted place at this time on Earth due to those 55 open portals and the activating nuclear locations, okay? And the sacred hijacked man-made sites, Georgia Guidestones, trigger event locations. It's probably one of the most dangerous attacks right now in the astral. Okay. Every time that you're entering into the astral, you're having to face so many things right now, so many layer inserts in realms that can hijack and harvest according to these rips and tears in the time continuum from these trigger locations. We're seeing a 10-10 window of current events because it's running the capped 10th dimensional global shared consciousness electrical dominant, the base 10 architectural code signals they use for activating the aquila grid. This is the 10th dimensional genocidal encoding I was speaking about. Everything that we see going on here, everything is about population control, okay? And so, but this is what has to fall, okay? All of this has to fall. All of this has to collapse. All of the clearing from the financial, black magic, black rock, vanguard curses, mind control, sorcery, oppressing angelic humanity, alien implants, alien hybridization wounds, okay? All of this has to clear, and it is clearing as that swan grid expands into the planetary earth fields from the deep trench, from trench to trench, filling the canyons with darkness with light. But what has to fall is the financial system, okay? It's based on Babylonian black magic and the history of the Babylonian Empire. It all has to fall at some point, and World War Z may be the catalyst for this, for the new earth to prevail. So we're watching all of this happen in slow motion at this time. Okay, guys, so I'm going to move on into the clearing part of this. I am just going to simply do this by command. I am going to try and hurry up and wrap this up just because I am getting so cold. My hands are absolutely freezing out here. But yeah, we're going to extract, remove, clear, and dissolve simply by commandment. So I just want to go ahead and set the intentions with you guys here today that this is in the highest good of humanity here. We are going to go ahead and extract, remove, command, clear, and dissolve all alien implants, all alien consciousness sweeping, siphoning, and mapping, all alien control matrix holds. Extract, remove, clear, and dissolve aquilin systems, fallen dragon systems, metatronic machines, and portals, all of the alien big five. Extract, remove, clear, and dissolve all alien coordinated attacks, alien time capsules, time weapons, bioweapons, biolabs, death ray technology, harmful artifacts, and etheric weaponry, nuclear weaponry. Extract, remove, clear, and dissolve all alien harmful portals, rips, and tears in the time-space continuum, attacks on the Bardo souls, fragmented souls, and cataclysmic events memory, soul holders, astral waste sites, astral hijacking, astral targets, and astral nuclear attacks. Extract, remove, clear, and dissolve. Extract, remove, clear, and dissolve all alien mind and body slavery, alien mind control, alien reversal frequencies, alien scalar and tracker devices, tracker tags, breeder tags, sterilization tags, forced breeding tags. Extract, remove, clear, and dissolve. Extract, remove, clear, and close portals to nuclear waste sites, close and collapse. Portals to mass exit sites, close and collapse. Portals to World War II and World War Z grids, close and collapse. Portals to the death shields, close and collapse. Portals to lower astral fields, close and collapse. Portals to purgatory, close and collapse. Portals to the Armageddon, close and collapse. Portals to genocide, holocaust, massacres, close and collapse. Portals to spiritual betrayal, war and killing, Orion wars, close and collapse. Extract, remove, clear, and dissolve, unify, and heal the royal house of Lyra, the royal house of Hydra, Avalon, Anunnaki, Mars, Medusa, Melchizedek, moon lineages, Necromaton, Nephilim. You are priesthoods, pharaonic priesthoods, royal house of ancient Egypt. Extract, remove, clear, dissolve, unify, and heal. And so it is, and so it be. That was a mouthful. Okay, guys. Well, I love you all so much. Thank you for joining me here at the Georgia Guidestones today. I love you all so much. I hope that you guys could feel that clearing come through. And I'm going to get going because I am so cold and it's time for me to shut this video down. But I just want to say thank you all so much for joining me today. I will be coming back with an update soon, as I will probably go into more of this more deeply and some of my future updates as I kind of bring forth more integration of the energy that I felt here. So I'll bring forth more as I can. And I love you all so much. You can find me at indigoangel222.com. Please join my website newsletters as I will be posting something very soon on the Georgia Guidestones. You can also find my services here at indigoangel222.com, and you can join my group grid sessions at patreon.com/indigoangel. I hope to see you there. The next one is March 18th at 6 p.m. CST. Love you all so much, and namaste.